Today on SHEROES.
You have beautiful skin.
Thank you.
What has this skin taught you about yourself? Because it's beautifully, richly black. It's dark. It's luscious.
Thank you.
I feel like it has a story.
It does.
And it has defined you on
does.
different levels. What would that be?
It's the core of me, because in Senegal, I would say it's a bit like Ghana. So you find 90% of women are dark skinned like me. But now, with the skin bleaching problem all over the world, I can say easily that when I was a child, I was bullied because of my complexion.
Something that is so difficult to describe because it's so much. It's beauty one day, it's strength the other, it is, the nurturing, element of herself, it's fortitude. Listen, I could go on and on and on and on, but one thing I do know about the African woman, it doesn't matter where you put her in the world, she will flourish, she will shine, and she will make friends in a way that, I don't know if it's fair to say, other people cannot. The African woman will be your sister. She'll be your guide. She'll be your, your sounding board. And that is what SHEROES is all about. Who are these African women living around the world, living in Ghana, living in Nigeria, South Africa, Uganda, wherever it is, that are making and creating and shaking tables? Victorine, you're very welcome to SHEROES.
Thank you.
I chose you because, again, how I find my guests for this show is I put the word out there because I don't know everybody and I don't know everything. And I remember when, our mutual friend Jeanette sent me your information, I said, like, how did I not know this woman?
I had the same feeling,
Are
She
you
told me about
serious?
me. She asked, do you know Anita? I said, no. She was like, how don't you know Anita? You don't know
I
Anita.
was like, whoa, wait. Hey, she's done all of this? But, okay, so let's not make this, a girl chat that everybody's wondering, what are they so excited about? I want to share your power. Victorine, describe that thing to me, that thing that you call your power. What is it?
That's a good question. It's very difficult to also answer to. I think my power resides in the fact that today I can call myself a global citizen, a francophone, living today in an Anglophone country, someone who has traveled to hundreds of countries. I won't say the number because some people would,
But you have traveled.
I've traveled the world. I think the one continent I haven't been to is the, how do you call it in English? The Oceania?
Yeah, well, oceanic, yeah.
Yeah, so I've traveled, I've seen a lot of people, I've seen a lot of things, and today I'm happy to call Ghana my home. The power resides in that, the way you see the world is obviously different because of the experience and the exposure. And I think the power resides in that, and the way you make your decisions and everything on a daily basis, it's different, I think.
You're talking about power being that you move from one place to another. We're also talking about places that have different languages, different cultures, different food, different music.
Yep.
How do you make every single place adaptable? How does Victorine become part of a system in a place where it's not her home? Sometimes she doesn't even speak the language, but you thrive there. How do you do it?
I think it's observation. So wherever I go, the number one thing is to observe people, how they look like, how they talk, what do they wear. So I try to not lose myself though. I'm also trying to be myself wherever I am. Doesn't matter, how different they look like, but be myself and still try to understand the population where I am. Yeah. I think that's the balance which is hard to find, to be honest, but that's what I'm trying to do in everywhere I go.
You have beautiful skin.
Thank you.
What has this skin taught you about yourself? Because it's beautifully, richly black. It's dark. It's luscious.
Thank you.
I feel like it has a story.
It does.
And it has defined you on different levels. What would that be?
It's the core of me, because in Senegal, I would say it's a bit like Ghana. So you find 90% of women are dark skinned like me. But now, with the skin bleaching problem all over the world, I can say easily that when I was a child, I was bullied because of my complexion. And I'm in Senegal.
Your home?
My home. And I have these aunties, these cousins of mine, these friends telling me that I look too dark. Oh, makeup would never look good on you. Oh, why are you looking this? Do you have problems? Or you're not using...
But this is the skin you were born with.
Yes. Because my mother is lighter, my dad is the same complexion, but I don't know, for women they expect you to be light. I don't understand it. So my whole childhood going into my young adulthood, everywhere I go is the same. That's the first thing people tell me. Like, why are you so dark?
And your response would be what?
Oh, this is who I am, But I struggle a lot with it when I was, of course, younger. I'm trying to find myself, discover myself, who I am in this world. So I struggle a lot, And I was asking all these questions to my mom. Why are you light, and why am I not like you? She cannot tell me the answer. I mean, it's just genetics. There's no explanation. So I had to live with it. I had to find this, strength within me to go outside and still be who I am and, try to, it's crazy, defend myself.
So as a young person, you're trying to find yourself, you're looking in the mirror and you're telling yourself what? What are you saying?
Well, at some point, I talked a lot to my dad, and my dad was like, this is who you are. You can't be someone else, so embrace it. So it's really stuck. It's stuck in my head. So that's what I was telling myself every day in the mirror. Victorine, this is who you are, so just, embrace it. And that's how it took me to today.
Did you feel the least bit tempted to lighten your skin?
Never.
Never?
Never, 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 never. Because I've seen a lot of women who did that. And I did not find them pretty. For me, it was even, nasty. And, I did not understand it. I understand some
why
reasons,
they're doing it,
but I don't understand why you should do it. And so, it took me years, but, I grown out of it, and then it made me the person I am today.
You're taking such a beautiful complexion, which you are hot.
Oh, thank you,
are
darling.
Fine. You are gorgeous.
You're not too far.
I know, because when I walked into the makeup room, I was like, damn. Even the pictures I got of you, nah, they don't do you justice. You are a gorgeous woman.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
And I think the ability for all of us to call each other beautiful when we look at the tone of our skin and our darkness or whatever it is something that we've all taken a long time to do. But Victorine, where did you draw the line? I mean, as you're traveling from one country to another, and I guess travel is also a form of self-discovery.
Yes.
What did these travels bring to you as a person, as a woman, as an African woman with this kind of complexion, with a dream, with an ambition?
Yeah.
What was it doing to you?
I think when I went to France to pursue my studies, I think that was the pivotal moment of, how I found myself as a grown woman. I learned to accept myself and find me beautiful more when I was in a foreign country, like a white country. I was like, why didn't I appreciate myself better when I was in my own country?
So wait, it's only when you got to France
and I was 22
that you thought and realized that your power is your beauty.
Yes, 22.
What happened?
22, like I just blossomed, like even the way I was talking was different.
I like that you're looking into the sky. I just blossomed.
Yes, I blossomed, seriously, because how I'm talking right now is
Yeah.
not how I was talking,
At that time.
15 years ago.
Yeah.
People who knew me back then, and when they look at me now, they're like, who's this person? I was much more reserved. I barely looked up, It definitely changed me, And it says a lot. The way you see yourself, the way you look at yourself, it defines, how the world sees you. And even what you realize in life.
Yeah.
Because it starts with your confidence first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At that time, what were your dreams, your ambitions? Did you know your purpose?
No, not yet. At 22, I thought I was just gonna, I wanted my parents to be proud of me, finish my studies. I went to France to have my MBA, I want my dad to be proud of me, and then find a good job, have money, be comfortable, and create a family with it. That was it. But I did not know my purpose yet, right? I think I started discovering my purpose at the very end of my studies, my last year of a master's. I was like, I don't think I came to this earth just to be like a normal, let's say. I don't like normal. What is even normal? Like a normal person, have a 9-to-5 job, having this husband and kids going to, that seems very boring to me. And so I think that's when I started looking at things differently and what I can bring to this world. Yes.
Some people will say that, they kind of draw a vision board. Whether it's a spiritual vision board or physical vision board, they do draw a vision board. What did your vision board look like when you were growing up, as you were discovering that you are woman, you are African? As you were having conversations with yourself or with people, what did that vision board look like, and where was it taking you?
At a very young age, I knew that I always loved traveling, because I think my parents brought that for us. We started traveling very early, so I knew I wanted a life where it would be easy for me to travel. In my vision board, that's that. And having a family, of course, having kids, being comfortable. And at that time, being comfortable meant, pursuing like higher studies, having a good job in a big company. And at that stage, only you can go with the husband, because my dad was very like, don't get married before having your degrees.
You get your degrees.
You get your degrees.
Then you find the man.
And then, I was always also very like a rebellious, kind of kid, like asking a lot of questions. My dad embraced that, but my mom was like, you are rude. Wow. Why are you asking all these questions? When we tell you A is A, why are you asking me why is it A? And I think that's for me, it's important as a kid to ask questions.
You must ask questions.
You must ask questions.
And we have to answer them. Now that we're parents, we understand that,
yes,
right?
Yes. It's very important.
You ask a lot of questions.
Yes.
And the answers you were getting, how were they helping you fuel your passion? By the way, what was your passion when you were growing up?
Oh, I had so many passions.
Tell me the one that is putting money in your pocket right now.
Right now?
Uh-huh.
Well, right now it's business, so
Yeah.
it was to, create money by doing what I love. At that point, I did not know what I loved, but just to do something that I'm good at.
Yeah. The reason I really celebrate women who are able to pack their bags and move to another country is because I also really do love the fact that women are more inclined to want a perfect life. I don't think that men don't want a perfect life, but I feel that women are the gender that asks more questions about why am I here? Why am I in this marriage? Why am I having this baby? Whatever it is. Did you ask yourself why? Why do I want to pursue a degree? Why do I want to travel? Why do I want a family? Why do I want to go into business? And did you have those personal conversations with yourself, and what were you saying to yourself?
My younger self was not asking those questions. No.
You were just...
No, I was just going, with the flow. With the flow.
As they say.
Yeah. Just going with the flow. Like I said, wanted to make my parents proud. Yeah. So it's only at that, I'm saying it again, at that point when I got to Paris, 22 years old, that's when my life really, you know, I asked myself a lot of questions.
Yeah.
A lot of questions.
Okay. When we come back from the break, Victorine is going to tell us about her business and why she is defined as powerful. We'll be right back after this.
Yes, like I said, you know, it starts with the story, the complexion story when I was younger, when they told me that I could never wear makeup because I'm too dark. You know, you don't look good enough. So for me, it's like a personal revenge to the world, to people who were telling me.
Wait, stop!
Previously on SHEROES.
Everywhere I go, it's the same. That's the first thing people tell me. Like, why are you so dark?
And your response would be what?
Oh, this is who I am, you know. But I struggle a lot with it when I was, of course, younger. I'm trying to find myself, you know, discover myself, who I am in this world. So I struggle a lot, you know. And I was asking all these questions to my mom. Why are you light, and why am I not like you?
Victorine, tell me about your business.
Sure. The name of my business is Lyvv Cosmetics. So Lyvv, like you heard it, Lyvv Cosmetics. The Lyvv is a long story. Maybe we get into it later.
No, we can get into it right now. Sweetheart, why are you running away from the camera? Yeah, maybe we get into it later. Your eyes are moving. No, you got to do it right now. Tell me exactly the origin of the name.
Fine. Okay. So my family members call me Vivi. So that's the end of the Lyvv, the double V.
Right.
And then Lynn and Liz are my two best friends. Oh. So Lynn, Liz, Vivi.
Yeah.
It sounded nice.
Yeah.
I have a background in marketing, so you know it had to be something short, memorable, French and English.
Spicy.
Everybody, yes.
Let's go.
So Lyvv, and then it also meant, you know, leave the beauty you are. That's actually our slogan, and it's authentic for me. It starts there. You have to know yourself, be who you are, and actually live your beauty.
Yeah.
So I thought that it was just perfect for the business I was trying to build. So started in 2016, started operations in 2016, and what we do is makeup, you know, beauty. I wouldn't even say makeup today because we are venturing into other stuff, but beauty for women of color. So everything is natural. We do paraben-free, creative-free, hypoallergenic, and it's for you and I, women of color all over the world. We operate today in 6 countries. We go from lipsticks, lip glosses, eyeshadows, eyeliners, yeah.
The beautiful thing about what you're telling me is I'm just trying to piece together the puzzle around your personal beauty and your brand and your business. What was it inspired by, and were you the inspiration behind it?
Yes, like I said, you know, it starts with the story, the complexion story when I was younger, when they told me that I could never wear makeup because I'm too dark. You know, you don't look good enough. So for me, it's like a personal revenge to the world, to people who were telling me.
Wait, stop! Stop! Rewind! For you, it's a personal revenge.
In a sense, yes, in a sense. Like, who are you to tell me that this is who I am and the things I can or cannot do, you know? And so I think that's part of what is fueling me every day, to proving it to myself first, you know, that I can actually accomplish these things. And also to show the world that you, as a dark woman, you, whoever you are out there, you can do it. You can do whatever you want, no matter who is telling you what you can or cannot do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this brand, as you're creating it, you have all these products and you have this long-term dream.
Yep.
What has it done for you, Victorine, to be able to create Lyvv Cosmetics? What has it done for you?
Tremendous happiness, balance, accomplishment, confidence. Confidence, yeah. A lot of confidence. For me today, I always say that except for God, I'm not afraid of anything. I can do anything. I can talk to anybody. I mean, what is it to be afraid of, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I feel like I can do anything today. And I think it's the confidence I got out of, you know, starting a brand from scratch. The most important is that I never saw myself as an entrepreneur. For me, I was gonna have a corporate life, you know, just normal life, you know.
And at which point in time did you start to realize that?
I was gonna do more than that. 2014. So I used to work for L'Oreal, the #1 beauty company in the world in terms of beauty. And I got frustrated because I could not use their products. And this is the #1 beauty company in the world, you know. I had to blend different foundations, different colors of lipsticks, all the products to get, you know, what was looking good for me. So I was like, why? Why do I have to go through all this struggle for me to just apply beauty products on my face? And so working for the company, of course, you see the data, you see there is a tremendous opportunity, something big to do here. And so I was like, okay, it starts there, 2014. 2015, I started doing the research, you know, the data, more data, outsourcing, you know, everything you need to do before starting a business. And so I did a program, the Mandela Washington Fellowship is a program that was also pivotal for me, and that actually helped me get into the entrepreneurship, you know, space, how to do business. I went to business school, so I know all the steps. But this is different, you know, because obviously before that I had 8 years. I worked 8 years before actually starting. So I had the professional experience already, you know. What I needed was the boost. And I think the program was the boost for me to start.
So you've worked for a large, you know, beauty company. You felt unfulfilled on the personal level from what you were getting from this company that was actually empowering you professionally.
Yes.
But you felt unfulfilled. What was the first product you created?
That was a lipstick.
You created the why lipstick? I mean, some people go for foundation powder.
I know, right?
Shadow. Why do you go for the lipstick?
That's a story for that too. Because, you know, those times when they were telling me that I was too dark, the one thing I had with me all the time was a lipstick. I was not applying makeup, but I was always putting something on my lips. Lip gloss, lipstick, lip balm, anything. And it made me, for me, it gave me power. I looked beautiful when I was applying it, when I was going out. So for me, it made sense to start with the lipstick.
What color?
Blue, my favorite color. The blue.
Blue lipstick.
And I called it Lyvv. That's the name of the lipstick.
Blue lipstick.
Yes. And it sold. The first person who bought my lipstick was in South Africa.
Yeah. Blue. I mean, because typically, I would have gone with red. No. Maybe you did blue. Blue is a little rebellious, isn't it? It's like, take this. And
yeah. It's like, this is me. Take it or leave it. You know, this is my favorite color. Yeah. I'm creating it. I'm naming it mine. I'm giving it my name. Yeah. And, you know, it's fine. You like it, fine. You don't, we move on.
Victorine, you have a baby.
I have 3 babies. This is a surprise for you. I have 3 kids.
How old is the oldest?
4.5.
And the youngest?
2 months.
The one in the middle?
2.
And what about the one that is coming in the future?
Oh, no. Oh, we agree with my husband. We are done.
You know, my mother, when she had her 3rd child, she said, I'm done.
Oh, please.
I'm the 8th.
Oh,
please. No. So Victorine, how do your children make you a better person?
Oh.
Or, well, you have a daughter.
Yes, 3 daughters, actually.
You're all girls.
All girls.
Perfect. So how does having daughters inform your business decision? Does it play a role at all in what you decide to do?
It's the very center
How
of
does it? How?
Yeah, because, the products we do today are all, because they're natural. So it started with my first daughter. The first line we did was, you know, so for me, I mean, I want her to be proud of what I'm doing. This is a legacy for her, for them.
Yeah.
And so I want them to be proud of what I'm doing. Of course, it has to be perfect,
Well,
but, you know,
yeah.
quality and all of that. So, of course, all my decisions are made thinking about them.
3 girls.
3 girls.
Does it bother you, the world in which they will grow up? Do you think, well, maybe it's not, it doesn't bother you, but do you think about, I mean, this world that is filled with so much, you know, women empowerment and women trying to, do you think about that?
Oh, yes. I'm like, every day I tell myself, this is, you know, in my mind, I'm like, this is what I'm going to tell these girls. Don't get married before 30, you know, all those things.
Don't have children before a certain age. You know. Travel the world, see the world.
Yes.
When a man tells you you're beautiful, say, I know.
Yes. Yes. All those things I repeat in my mind in front of the mirror.
Yeah.
You know, this is important for them to know.
Yeah.
As a mother, as a woman, it's important for them to know all these things.
Yeah. It's so funny because I was having a conversation. I was actually sitting somewhere minding my business, and I was overhearing a conversation between my mother and my daughter. And I think in a very interesting way, my mother kind of wanted to find out from my daughter if she had a boyfriend. Oh. Right. But I mean, poor old lady.
She won't tell her.
You know, she's like, so
she won't.
Do you have friends in school? Mommy, I know you're watching this. I love you. But at the end of it all, she was also trying to tell her that don't let anyone define your beauty.
Yep.
And so I hear loud and clear, she says, you know, do you know you're beautiful? And my daughter says, yes. And she goes, how do you know? She said, oh, well, because mommy tells me all the time that I'm beautiful. I said, yes, so if any man tells you you're beautiful, small girl, come. Just tell her, no, my grandmother has already told me, so I don't need to. And it was so important. It was funny, but it was important for me because sometimes we forget that our daughters need us to be strong. You know, the strongest version of ourselves. Yeah. My connection to that and your story is listening to you and maybe your mom saying you ask too many questions. But today, your mom is still around?
Yeah.
Today, now that you are a mother, and now she's a grandmother, what is your relationship like? What are your conversations like? Her, from skin to, what are you saying between the two of you?
I'm still close to my dad, but I'm closer to my mom too because I understand her better. And I actually appreciate her better because I always knew she was strong, but I see that she's way stronger than what I thought she was, you know. And it gives me, it empowers me, and it even gives me hope for me because, you know, I'm strong, okay, but I'm like, okay, I can be even stronger, and there is room for improvement.
Yeah, and that improvement has come. You are the definition. I mean, with the Lyvv Cosmetics, I'm just feeling like, wow, to start a business from scratch is not easy, but to start a business that defines a woman's beauty, that's a lot of work.
A lot of internal work, personal work.
Okay, so tell me what you would call a major life lesson that you would share with your daughters, you would share with any woman across the continent, around the world.
It's a good question, difficult question, Anita.
Maybe something that you will never negotiate, something that you will never compromise, and it's made you who you are.
I think it goes back to, like I said, the realization of who you are. Yeah. That's the start of everything, and that's what I want to share with all the women out there, because I feel like it's something that we just brush under the carpet. But it's important. So many people go in this world and they don't know themselves. They just go with the flow.
Of course.
And so I don't think that's the right thing to do, because you are not making the right decisions, obviously, because it's not who you are. It goes, you know, you can apply it to business, you can apply it to your personal life with the people you decide to insert in your life. Yeah. Friends, maybe partner. It's important to know yourself.
Thank you, Victorine, for sharing that with us. We'll be back. lesson I've learned from this conversation is love yourself. And the beautiful thing about love is it's like a seed. When you plant it and when it grows, it becomes so many different things that you didn't even envision. To start a cosmetic business and to start off with blue lipstick, for me, is not a statement of beauty, it's a statement of purpose, and it's a statement of guidance that other women need to be taught. So you can be in your corner right now, you can want to start any kind of business, but I just feel that listening to Victorine, that business that you start, if you're going to start a business, should be deeply, deeply rooted in your purpose. And if you find out who you are, and if you lay claim to it, it'll be a business of life, and it will be your legacy. Victorine, thank you very much for coming on SHEROES.
Thank you for inviting me,
Beautiful
Anita.
woman. Beautiful woman.
Beautiful, Anita.
The camera does not do her justice. Oh my God. You know, follow us on all our social media pages. Let us know if you want some Lyvv cosmetics. We'll send them out to you. Yes, wherever you may be, anywhere in the world. I'm sure, Victorine, we can make that happen.
Oh, yes.
And if you do want to find out from her moment of realization and how she started her business, I'm sure she can share a tip or two. This is a network of very powerful, wonderful, very giving and selfless women, and I'm sure you out there can be helped just by tapping into this Shero right here. Until next time, we'll see you later. I might be wearing blue lipstick the next time.
Oh yes, you better be. You better be.
See you next time.
It's a boss lady.